8:03 on a Tuesday morning. It's July 15th. We're at 74 degrees, going up around 90 today. Chance of afternoon storms. Yep, more of those and a chance of flooding again. Good morning, I'm Michelle Basch.
And I'm John Aaron. Voters in D.C.'s Ward 8 will decide today if they want to see former Councilmember Trayon White return to his seat. Polls opened at 7 this morning for D.C.'s special election. It all comes after White was expelled from the council. WTOP's Mike Murillo says White is facing several challengers for that seat.
Trayon White was arrested last year after the FBI claims he accepted bribe money in return for influencing which contracts the city selects. He's pleaded not guilty to the charges. White telling WTOP last week that voters had spoken with his re-election in November following his arrest, and that there shouldn't be a special election.
It shouldn't take 12 people to decide over 20,000 residents.
White has three challengers on the ballot. Among them are Mike Austin and Sheila Bunn, both who are critical of White running again. And when speaking to WTOP, Bunn says he should focus on his federal case, and Austin calling the need for a special election an embarrassment for the city. Third candidate Salim Adolfo didn't want to weigh in on the situation surrounding White. Now the winner of the race will miss the debate over the budget and could miss some of the debate over the commander's deal too. Mike Murillo, WTOP News.
There was flooding across our area because of heavy rain that came down yesterday, and one of the hardest hit areas was Vienna. WTOP's Kyle Cooper was there and had a look.
It's got to be close to 4 feet at the deepest.
Declan McNulty, who lives in the area of Old Courthouse Road, which looks more like a river. Two cars that tried to drive through the rushing water got stuck.
Jeez, that's got to ruin someone's week.
One car apparently spun sideways from the force of the water.
God, that's awful.
In Vienna, Kyle Cooper, WTOP News.
Meanwhile, several hikers had to be rescued from high water in McLean. Fairfax County Fire and Rescue crews were sent to Scotts Run Nature Preserve around 6:30 last night. A spokesperson tells Fairfax Now between 6 and 8 people became trapped in the park when water began rising and they couldn't turn around. They were all rescued safely. There's another chance of storms and flooding today, as you were hearing. We will have all the details just ahead at 8:08.
We are getting an update from D.C. Police on the first weekend implementing the tougher teen curfew law in the city. Last week, the City Council passed legislation setting up juvenile curfew zones. On weekends, starting at 8 o'clock, anyone 17 or younger is banned from gathering in groups of 9 or more within designated zones. After that, the regular citywide juvenile curfew takes over, running from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. nightly through the end of August. In a release from D.C. Police, they say there was one curfew violation in the Navy Yard area after 11 p.m. Friday, another violation Saturday along U Street. Police Chief Pamela Smith says the goal is not to arrest youth for curfew violations, but to gain their compliance.
Big splashy parties with paid security, VIP access, and more were billed as mansion parties and offered to attendees willing to pay big bucks. The problem, the pay-to-party operations were taking place in a residential neighborhood in Montgomery County. Now WTOP's Kate Ryan says the county council is preparing to vote on a crackdown.
Last month, the Montgomery County Council heard from residents in the Woodfield Estates neighborhood who said loud parties were being thrown by a neighbor, but not like a graduation party that gets a little out of hand, said neighbor Ashley Vespoli.
We're talking about hundreds of people, paid promoters, paid armed bodyguards, chartered tour buses, busing partygoers into my shared private driveway.
The bill the Montgomery County Council members are considering would bar unlicensed for-profit parties from residential neighborhoods and hike the fines for violations from $500 to $5,000. Nonprofit entities would still be able to hold gatherings if the proceeds went to charity. Kate Ryan, WTOP News.
And just ahead on WTOP.
Home buyers from other countries have been busy here. I'm Brendan Hazelton.
Traffic and weather in 30 seconds.